All right, hockey fans, let's get it going. Game number 2 of the Open Division about to get underway here from the Mattamy Athletic Centre in beautiful Toronto, Ontario, as we are broadcasting live from the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. It's going to be the Seeing Ice Dogs taking on the Eboo, as we've got the... Make sure I got this right. We got the Seeing Ice Dogs in red and the Eboo in yellow. Ice Dogs will be going left to right across your screen. Mike Ross joins me up in the booth once again, as all the games, the video being broadcast by Parasport TV through the Canadian Blind Hockey YouTube channel. And already we're getting some amazing messages to start off the broadcast, including one from our friend in Finland, Markus Tiimäki. With the goalball tournament going on, he's cheering on his friends Joni and Jukka, and says hello to his Canadian friends Bruno, Kelly, Francois, Nathan, of course, from England, and everyone else over here. As we get you set for the opening puck drop, let us know who you're cheering on, where you're watching from, as we've got a slew of messages coming in from Finland, and we welcome you all to the broadcast. I speak zero Finnish, so we'll keep it that way here. And we get you set for this opening puck drop. 2 players to watch in this game if you are cheering on from Finland. For the Ice Dogs, Jukka Pulkkinen will be wearing number 74 for the team in red. And Joni Koko will also be playing for the Ice Dogs, wearing number 1. So let's get it going. Opening face-off underway here with the Ice Dogs going left to right across your screen against the Eboo. Mike Ross in the booth here with me, Nico Cardarelli. And it's the Ice Dogs taking early possession as Chaz Mizuraka, who makes his return to the National Blind Hockey Tournament, digging away for possession of the puck early on. Mizuraka nearly coming up with it. Butterfield at the line. Actually, check that was Beauregard there making the play as Mizuraka throws a big hit. He wrestled his man down to the ice as Normand Blais was on the receiving end of that check. As now it's controlled by Anthony Chula as he takes the puck out of the zone. He gets clipped hard as Mizuraka throwing his body around. And it's going to be a penalty on the play. I think they're going to take Chula to the box, and he can't believe this, considering he was the player that got hit.
Still asking for an explanation. Not sure what the call is here.
Wow.
That body contact? Excessive shoulder?
But again, Chula was the puck carrier. I mean, Mizuraka stepped into him.
Maybe he's thinking that he's sort of leading with the body? I don't know.
Well, neither was shying away from the contact, and in the end, it's the Ice Dogs that'll get a power play opportunity out of that sequence. Here goes former tournament MVP Graham Foxcroft carrying the puck shorthanded. He gets tackled down to the ice. No call there. Foxcroft sporting some flow here. He's got the ponytail going. He was telling me last night he has not cut his hair since the pandemic started. I told him I might get you confused with Yager out there with that ponytail.
You just got to worry when some of the fans start dressing up in the different colored jerseys that he could wear and wearing the wigs just to look like him, right? Then the traveling Yager phenomena comes to blind hockey.
Hey, if we get the traveling Foxcrofts, that would be pretty great. As here go the Ice Dogs, working for a wraparound chance, but nothing doing. I should mention your goaltenders for this game. It's Lorne Weber in net for the Ice Dogs in red. And for the team in yellow, they have 2 goalies listed, but I believe that's Dave Brown in net right now. Actually, check that. It's Dave on the bench, so that is Mario Ross in goal for the Eboo. As Blinky, as he's affectionately known, one of the elder statesmen in blind hockey, and we had a nice chat on the phone about a week before the tournament. I know Mario was really amped to be back out here once again. As here go the Ice Dogs, carrying the puck into the zone. It's Captain Canada, Kelly Serbu. He dropped it back to the point as Beauregard plays it back into the corner for Serbu. Tries to work his way out. Beauregard shot from the half wall. That one goes wide all the way around the far side boards where they dig away for it. Centering attempt. John T drops down to make the block as you can expect lots of that from John T. And then a big hit in the corner. That's going to be a penalty coming up here as we get a stoppage. Mizuraka really throwing his weight around.
Yeah, early on here, you want to establish your physical presence, if you will. You want to establish a good defensive game, but not at all shying away from the physical play so far.
Well, it may just be that he's so excited to be back playing blind hockey again that he's just having a tough time containing that energy off the hop. As Chula and Mizuraka exchange some pleasantries and a couple of laughs there in the sin bin.
I think Chula's turning around and saying, now it's your turn.
Yeah.
You should have been in here already.
You should have been here first.
Yeah, exactly.
So 25 seconds remaining in the penalty to Chula, and then the Eboo will get a short power play. As referees working things out with the coaching staffs, and we'll get about 10 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey here. So the Ice Dogs try to clear the puck around the far boards. It was Dylan Bradbury who hammered it out through center ice. And now the speedy Bruno Haché catches up to it. Haché returning to blind hockey after spending the most recent Paralympics with the Canadian national goalball team. And now he says he's retired from goalball and back to hockey full time. And he's out there killing the penalty right now for the Ice Dogs as that puck taken up by Jukka Pulkkinen, the Finnish international player, out there killing the penalty and doing a good job on the back line. Emily McLean sends the puck ahead for Serbu. Gets around the first defenseman, Kelly Serbu. He needs to make a clean pass, tries to pick out Pulkkinen. He gets wrestled down as Jukka Pulkkinen continues to dig away for the puck, but now it's Anthony Chula taking possession for the Eboo. 2 minutes remaining on the 3-minute power play for the Eboo as Chula tries to get the return pass from Foxcroft, but it's picked off, and here goes Serbu shorthanded. Serbu with the trailing option in Beauregard tries to drop it for Pulkkinen, but it's broken up and cleared around the boards, but not out. Serbu keeping it in along the far side wall as the Eboo trying to make a play, as was, I believe, Brandon Joy who made the play from his knees, and it was, and now Joy peels off for the change. As the Eboo bring the puck in tight. Oh, and just missing with that chance was Normand Blais. Weber with a big save, the rebound dancing there as a second chance turned away. Weber with 3 big saves in consecutive orders. The last one, he makes the stop on Joe Zyla.
Yeah, Lauren Weber, a name that regular fans of blind hockey be familiar with in goal here, and really doing a great job of covering up that left side of the net to his right, not allowing any open net there to be attacked here by the Eboo.
As the Eboo were pressing on that sequence, a trio of players in the scrum, and that last chance popping loose for Joe Zylak as he makes his debut here at the national tournament wearing number 3 for the Eboo. Foxcroft on the face-off here as the Ice Dogs had one too many players out there. There's still 25 seconds remaining on the power play here for the Eboo. As John T holds it in at the line, his shot attempt gets blocked, and now Haché takes possession out through center ice. Nice work there by Gianna Griffith, and she gives a bit of a slash to Haché. Griffith, she's not going to be pushed around. She had a great game in that women's game, and she's playing some strong defense on the blue line here for the Eboo. The power play now over as coming out of the box was Mizuraka, but his teammate Emily McLean got caught up in the pack. And now Mizuraka takes possession for the Seeing Ice Dogs. It's Chaz Mizuraka checking for an option for a centering pass. Nothing doing yet. He takes it around the boards. John T gets a defensive stick to it, and now Foxcroft hammers it off the half wall, and they get it out across center ice. Nice work there by the Eboo. Mizuraka gets his free hand loose, held the stick for a moment, but was able to come away with the puck. Tries to chip it ahead, intended for Haché. Broken up. Mizuraka gets it back. He's got to make a clean pass. Mizuraka cycling around the back of the goal. Centers from a backhander. John T gets there, tries to give it to Ross to freeze it, and there's the referee's whistle with 11:50 remaining in the first.
This is very much a game that's so far feels pretty balanced, right? At both ends here. Both teams getting some opportunities, but still one where it feels like the teams are sort of feeling each other out a little bit, much like that first game where it felt like players need to find their legs under them. You know, they've been away from this tournament for a couple of years. And you're right, Nico, there's a lot of excitement around here for everybody involved, from the broadcasting to the staff, the volunteers, the fans, the players, of course. Everybody's just so happy to be back here in Toronto.
And we're getting some great comments on the live chat thread. Keep them coming, but here goes Anthony Chula for the Eboo. Chula trying to drop it. Dufour shot right on, saved by Weber. Scrum for the rebound, and it squeaks wide on the near post. Good chemistry there forming between Chula and Dufour. Watch for them to continue to click here offensively. As Serbu brings the puck ahead now for the Ice Dogs. He cycles, plays it back to the point. There's a shot steered away after Randy Banks let it fly. Mario Ross with a big save. Pulkkinen keeps it in at the point only for a moment as Dufour chops it out across center ice. As we're getting some great comments on the online chat thread, including Ansku, who says a dream combo having Pulkkinen and Serbu out on the ice together, and they've clicked well as that shot squeaks past Weber, but no clean pass, so it's immediately waved off, and we remain scoreless with 10 minutes remaining in the first.
And as I was mentioning, you know, we here at AMI are thrilled to be back. It's been a long 2 years without this event. This is, you know, one of the big highlight events for us in our broadcast here on the audio side, and we're all really thrilled to be back here working with you, Nico, working with Canadian Blind Hockey and all these great players.
Well, and Paris Sport TV, we are thrilled to be here doing the video production, and I got to give big shout-outs to my crew behind the scenes, Francisco, Jen, Paul. They've all done phenomenal work in helping to grow what we do. This is our biggest, most ambitious broadcast yet. We've done 3 cameras here for the weekend, one of them in the corner. We're breaking records here on the broadcast side of the tournament as well, and of course, with over 100 players participating from over 5 different countries, this is arguably one of the biggest and best national blind hockey tournaments that has ever been hosted. As Bruno Hache makes a good pass, Coco tries to get the shot away. Yoni Coco had his shot blocked, and now it's picked up by Foxcroft for the Eboo. Foxcroft trying to feed a pass over. Back to Foxcroft. There's a sharp angle shot saved by Weber, and he holds it for the face-off.
This game seems a little bit defensively tighter than what we saw in that first game, right? There was a lot of run and gun, a lot of big skating plays, some end-to-end with Juhan and DeMontis dominating. This one a little bit more even and certainly a little bit tighter. Not a lot of open ice and not as much sort of freewheeling and passing the puck.
You know, I wonder if that's a reflection of the 2 head coaches for these respective teams. Joey Ali, the goaltending coach for the Canadian National Blind Hockey Team, coaching one is Mizuraka. What a goal! He goes 5-hole. And how about that return from Chaz Mizuraka? He took the pass, put it 5-hole, and it's 1-0 for the Seeing Ice Dogs.
Apparently Chaz can do it all. The physical stand, the physical stand, knocking people around, claiming his piece of ice, but then also making it in there and making a great play, taking advantage of the 5-hole at the last second. Wasn't quite sure if it had made it all the way in, but it's confirmed by the officials. And just like that, they're on the board.
And they're working for more. Serbu shoots and scores! Oh, back-to-back goals for the Ice Dogs. Mizuraka with the first, Serbu with the second, and it's 2-0 for the team in red.
And Mizuraka with the pass on that one, with the setup, was in alone but needed that clean pass, and the nice drop pass to Serbu just by that left face-off circle and lets it rip. No chance for the goaltender. Never knew it was coming. It was on the stick and off before you could say Serbu.
Yeah, Ross with no chance to track that. That's Mario Ross in goal. Is Mike Ross up here in the booth with us, providing color commentary on the broadcast. And 2 goals in quick succession for the Ice Dogs. They've got a 2-0 lead, but here goes Chula for the Eboo. Makes the pass to Dufour, but he was defended tightly there by Emily McLean and couldn't get a shot away. Now Dufour lets it fly, goes off the side of the net, and that'll give Dylan Bradbury a chance to scoop it up for the Ice Dogs as they clear it out through center ice. We'll have to wait for the official announcement on the Mizoraka goal, because I wonder if Jukka Pulkkinen drew an assist there. He was on the ice for both of those goals. Don't think he got a touch in on the Serbu one, but I believe Pulkkinen may have drawn an assist. We'll wait for the official announcement, as that would be Pulkkinen's first ever point at the Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. As the puck back inside the Eboo zone. Picked up and secured by John T. He plays it out in front of his own bench where Serbu takes possession. Kelly Serbu, the captain of the Canadian National Blind Hockey Team, hammers it back in the zone along the near side wall, where the teams battle for possession, and now it's John T. scrumming it in the corner. Playing it around the boards, Gianna Griffith in a foot race there, beats Serbu to the puck. She got it to the line, but not out, as Randy Banks let the shot fly. Blocked as Ross got his right pad to make that save. Serbu gets tripped up, makes the pass from his knees as he tried to pick out the stick of Nathan Tree. That puck squirts loose out through center ice, and Randy Banks hammers it back in behind the Eboo goal with 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Anthony Chula trying to wheel out front of his own net. Chula in control of the puck. Stick handling, tried to make the pass. Chula picks it up after Zylak had it go off his skate. And now here goes Mizoraka. Tried to feed it over to Pulkkinen. Great defensive play by John T. As that puck dumped back in. And John T will track it behind his own goal into the far corner. Rips it around the boards, not out. Good job at the line by Bradbury as he tried to hold it in, but now here goes Foxcroft. Foxcroft gets clipped across the line, nothing doing. Emily McLean there with the defensive effort to clear it to the boards. Foxcroft held in at the line, nice job that time by Brian Cowie. As on the second effort, they cleared out through center ice. Dustin Butterfield hammers it back in, the founder of the Central Alberta Bullseye, maybe my favorite jersey of all the blind hockey teams in Canada. Although I'll say the Newfoundland Islanders are right up there as well. Some great jerseys from the clubs across Canada. And Butterfield right now on the blue line there with Brandon Joy. As Joy gets the puck down deep, Dufour chasing after it. Randy Banks comes off the bench and he'll take possession. Smart play by Banks to backhand it to the near corner. As McLean gets there first ahead of Chula, who caught a bit of an edge, and with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first, the Eboo trying to answer back with one here late. Chula brings it across the blue line. He's got Dufour on the far wing, makes the pass. Marty Dufour with the yellow helmet, lets it fly. Nice job by Weber to track it as it rolled just wide on the near post. From the half wall, Chula trying to work his way through the scrum. Serbu there as well. Foxcroft and Chula shouting at each other. But Serbu comes away with the puck, and now he's carrying it across center ice into the offensive zone. Offside called with 2:50 remaining in the first.
Action's picking up in this one, right?
Yes, it is.
After that first probably 2/3 of this period, it's been sort of waning, kind of tight, kind of defensive, just basically waiting for those opportunities, and then suddenly bang, bang, 2 quick goals by the Ice Dogs, and now it feels like a little bit more run and gun since then.
Congratulations to Jukka Pulkkinen, who gets his first ever point at the Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. He did get the primary assist on the opening goal from Mizoraka. And Pulkkinen, the Finnish international, picks up the assist as his team leads 2-0. As I was mentioning when we got interrupted so rudely by that goal, both of these head coaches, Joey Ali, the goalie coach for the Canadian national blind team, and Brock Quarrington, who's actually quite an offensive player in his own right. He's out there with our Monday Shinny group, and both of them, at least early in this game, were playing a lockdown defensive style, but as Rossi mentioned, play opening up a little bit down the stretch here in the end of the first period as Weber freezes that one for the faceoff.
Going to be interesting to see what kind of second period we get. Are there any adjustments that need to be made? I'd like to see this pace continue in this second period because it really has picked up. It's been a really exciting second half of this first period. So we'll see what happens in the second, but you get the sense the Eboo are getting a little bit more comfortable now. They're getting more opportunities. They just need a little bit more communication and getting a little bit more open ice when they're deep in that ice dog zone.
Well, that time the Eboo unable to come up with anything in the offensive zone as Hache quickly takes it out. Made the pass to Pulkkinen, and now we're inside the final minute of play. In the first, here's a 2-on-0. Chula with Dufour, tight pass. Oh, Chula rushed that one just a little bit, and it just got out of the reach of Dufour. I don't think they realized how much time they had there. But Chula cycling, working through the offensive zone, 40 seconds remaining. Chula behind the net, looking for the sharp angle shot, saved by Weber, and the rebound into the far corner where Marty Dufour comes up with it. Tries to center it, Weber with the initial save. Banks clears it around the boards, 25 seconds remaining in the period. Shot from the point into the near side corner as it's banked out and held up by Francois Bornegard. Chula takes it, 15 seconds remaining, he dumps it back in. As the final few seconds tick off the clock here, Serbu trying to chase down the loose puck. It squeaks back out through center ice. The teams just bat it back and forth, and the buzzer sounds to end the first, with the Seeing Ice Dogs holding a 2-0 advantage after the opening period against the Eboo.
Well, this can be a game of, the opportunities you get when you get them. And we were talking about that in the first game where sometimes, you're taking shots on situations where you don't have the clean pass. You're wasting some shots. You're wasting opportunities. So you see in this case, the Ice Dogs taking full advantage of the opportunities they got. And it's only a 2-0 lead. In blind hockey, that can be nothing. Yeah. That can disappear in an instant. So I'm sure they're happy with a 2-0 lead after one, but I guarantee you they're not comfortable. They're not going to be comfortable with that because anything can happen as you saw in that first period, in just a matter of moments. So we'll see what the Eboo can put together here in this second period. We do know they've got the talent, they've got the ability. Right now it almost seems like they just need the chemistry. They need that gelling here, and it can be a variety of things. It could be a lack of familiarity with the surroundings. It could be just the fact that they're back at this tournament and haven't quite come back together as a team. It could be that the Ice Dogs are just a notch ahead of them. But it is a game of opportunities, and the Ice Dogs took advantage of theirs in the first.
And we'll find out shortly if the Eboo can take advantage of any opportunities they get in the second period, as we're about 30 seconds away from puck drop to get this game back underway. Getting some phenomenal comments coming in. Let's get a few viewer shout outs here. Dougie Kane tuning in from the West Coast in Vancouver. Molly cheering on Gianna Griffith and her team. JR tuning in from Red Deer, Alberta, cheering on Dustin Butterfield.
Is that JR Bjornsson?
It is!
JR Bjornsson, one of the top blind comics I know. He's taken a stab at stand-up comedy over the last couple of years.
Beautiful. We got to get him out on the ice at some point. And lastly, Timo from Finland. Ice hockey history is done. Jukka Pulkkinen gets the first ever point at a Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament by a Finnish player. Actually, I may need to double check if that's the case, because I have a feeling Antti Latika may have picked up a point in 2019 as the Ice Dogs trying to jam that one in, but Mario Ross with a big pad save.
Now, J.R. Bjarnson is a contributor on AMI Audio on the Now with Dave Brown show, which you can catch weekday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Time on AMI Audio and AMI TV. But I believe JR has been out on the ice. I believe he's giving it a try.
Awesome.
Just as he did trying out the old stand-up comedy. So he's a guy who doesn't shy away from challenges.
Oh, there's a beautiful
no goal. No goal.
Off.
Yep.
No clean pass. Chaz Mizuraka denied his second of the game.
And that's what I'm talking about there, where you don't have the pass made, you don't have the buzzer, you shouldn't be wasting that shot, because now any momentum that you had on that play stops. We get a face-off outside the zone, everything resets. Whereas if you maintain possession on that play, you keep the play going, you keep the pressure on in the Eboo zone, maybe you do find yourself getting a 3-0 lead instead of now being on defense.
Oh, penalty coming up. Foxcroft got tripped on his way to the net. It's going to be a power play here for the Eboo after that threatening-looking opportunity.
And no argument here. Just a nod to the referee saying, yep, you got me. Off we go.
The wily veteran, Francois Beauregard.
Yep.
He's smart enough to know when he's been caught, and you're right, no protest there. He just made his way to the box. So it's an an Eboo power play now, as the Seeing Ice Dogs clear the puck out across center ice. And a chance for Brandon Joy, who's maybe got the best Twitter handle of all the players at the tournament. I don't know if he's changed it or not, but it used to be @Beefflakes, and I don't know why, but that just makes me laugh. And I love it. And Brandon and his dad, Steven, doing a great job with the program in Newfoundland, as that shot from Foxcroft just rips wide of the near side post. Foxcroft does well to hold it in the zone. Chops it and makes the play over to Zyla.
You know, a great thing about hockey in Newfoundland is the opportunity to go international without going very far. Because right off the coast of Newfoundland on the south end is Saint-Pierre and Miquelon, French territory. So you get over there, like my wife and I did a couple of years ago, you're in France. You're spending euros, and you are on French soil. But they have a huge hockey following there.
Really?
They've got some rinks there. The kids play. They got a league, but the kids have to travel to Newfoundland in order to play.
Oh, Chula denied by the post. What a chance there for the Eboo. Rossi, that is fascinating.
Yeah, so
I did not know that.
I met a couple of hockey fans while I was visiting there, and made friends with a fellow who's a big Boston Bruin, like a massive Boston Bruins fan.
Sorry to
but
hear
they got, yeah, well, you and me both. But they got fans of every team on that island, and the thing that's tough for them is because...
Oh, what a goal! Kelly Serbu, the one-man show as he does it all himself and puts it in. It's 3-0 for the Ice Dogs. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's all good. Kelly, just what a play. Just absolutely motors through the offensive zone, cuts back to the left side of the net, and dekes out the goalie there, Mario Ross, and makes it 3-0. The impressive thing there is that's a shorty.
Yeah.
That's a shorty there, and you got a 3-0 lead now for the Ice Dogs. But the hockey program there for the kids is very strong. For the adult, they got the men's league, the pickup leagues, but in many cases, they make the trip on the ferry to the mainland in Newfoundland and play against Newfoundland teams. So wouldn't it be great if that blind hockey influence from Newfoundland could make it across? It's about a 45-minute to 1 hour ferry ride across, and you could get a little bit more international flavor.
A shot and a goal! Jukka Pulkkinen finds the back of the net. A goal and an assist for the Finnish international. And Pulkkinen makes it 4-0 for the Ice Dogs. What a snipe there from the Finn.
Nice pass down low behind the net. And Pulkkinen makes the spin back towards the slot area and lets that puck rip.
And we've got a nickname for Pulkkinen. This one coming from Kivilanti in Finland, courtesy Yuri Forsman. as he says he's cheering on Yuka, the frozen dog, Pulkkinen, and the frozen dog now with a goal and an assist in this game for the Ice Dogs. As the penalty now over, here go the Eboo into the zone. Zylak trying to center it, he just missed. Chula comes up with it now.
Score any more goals like that, we'll change it from frozen dog to the hot dog. Because that was a really nice, it was a very innocent little pass behind the net.
Yeah.
And it almost made it look like he was skating back away from the play, back away from the net into the corner, but spins back and buries it.
So the Ice Dogs continue to flex. They have doubled up their lead here in the second period. It's now a 4-0 advantage for the team in red, and they're working for more. Serbu's shot, what a block by Foxcroft. He may have saved a goal with that block shot. Serbu makes the pass to the near wing as he tries to pick out Coco with that one. As Ioni Coco digging away for it. Good work by Francois Beauregard, and now Kelly Serbu tracking the puck down off the end board. Serbu trying to work his way out front. Wraparound attempt. Huge save by Mario Ross. Loose puck. Ross gets his toe to it. Are you kidding me? What a save by Mario Ross. He just kicked out that one.
Yeah, really needed to stretch to make that save.
Chula drops it for Zylak. Shot right on. Initial save by Weber. Second chance. Are you kidding me? What a save, Lorne Weber. He reaches behind the back and keeps that one out with the glove hand. 2
games in a row now where we've seen a puck go off the crossbar, down the back of the goaltender. In this case, instead of falling between the legs the way it did in our previous game, this time the goalie, Lorne Weber, able to get his glove back there, flip it back. Another shot comes from his left, which finds the crossbar again. Still, the Eboo snake bitten here can't get on the board.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Rossi. Chula has got to be feeling snake bitten at this point. He's had about 3 what would normally be sure goals denied either by big Weber saves or by the post. And Chula, for all his hard work and effort, he has yet to find the score sheet here in this one. As the Eboo trail 4-0 with 12:10 remaining here in the second period. Pulkkinen with a good play along the boards to keep the puck in. Makes the pass to Haché. Bruno Haché working from behind the goal. Cycles right out front. Shot right on. Big save by Ross as Griffith gets to the rebound. Haché centers in front. Dufour got a stick to it as Pulkkinen now tracks it down for the Ice Dogs. Pulkkinen backhands it deep as it's at the far side hash marks, and it's picked up by Gilles Ouellette. Ouellette tries to center, that attempt blocked. And the Eboo able to clear it down the ice. Not enough here for icing though.
It's a lot of fun to watch the different styles of goalies in these games. You know, with Joey Cabral, for example, who really has a lot of awareness of where that puck is. A lot of audio cues that he picks up on that other goalies might not pick up as quickly as he does. And I think what we're seeing here from Ross and certainly Weber, more reactionary, a little bit later than a player like Cabral does. Really makes you appreciate the ability of what Cabral can do with the audio cues.
Yeah, he's really worked hard on tracking the puck, and how about that puck tracking there by the Ice Dogs as it's Bruno Haché. They may not talk about Bruno everywhere else, but here we do. And actually check that. Man, I just wasted a good call because I believe it's Gilles Ouellette. C'est le but de Gilles Ouellette as he gets to the goal and he puts the Ice Dogs up 5-0.
And that was one where there was just a scramble, and we're going to get a goalie change here. Just a scramble in front. They got about 3 really good shots on goal. The final one makes it into the twine and makes it one more here for the Ice Dogs and a 5-0 lead with just under 11 minutes to go as we see a goalie change for the Eboo.
That's right. So Mario Ross leaves the net. Dave Brown takes over the crease. Tough game there for Blinky. He made a couple of clutch saves, but his team was really on their heels most of that first half of this game. Mario Ross certainly facing more shots than Weber, and I'm sure Ross will want to rebound in tomorrow's 2-game action. But his team will try rebound here on the ice as Chula brings the puck ahead. Drops it back to Foxcroft. Chula with the redirection. And that one just trickled wide. Anthony Chula with the puck, working his way out of the corner. Tried to make the pass back to Brandon Joy. He lets the shot go and it goes wide near side. Chula picks it up, plays it back to the point for Joy. He lets it fly off a couple of sticks and now it's controlled by Pulkkinen for the Ice Dogs as he plays it over to the far wing. Mizoraka, step ahead of Butterfield, gets to the puck and gets it in deep. As the two continue to battle against the end boards, it's Mizoraka centering it. Pulkkinen shot right on and a good save there for Dave Brown.
Good start for Brown. Tested very early here. Plays that butterfly style as well. And even sort of had the both arms sort of out, taking away a little bit more of that upper side or upper part of the net. Remember, these nets are shorter than your regulation size hockey nets, but the width is the same. So you're really testing your shooters to go up top, and these goalies are pressed to try and shut those holes.
Getting a great comment from Simone Richard. And Simone, we miss you. We wish you were here, brother. I know you're tuned in from back home, but he mentions Gilles Ouellette gets the goal on his birthday. So happy birthday, Gilles. And great job by Gilles Ouellette to make it 5-0 for the Ice Dogs. A number of regulars not at the tournament this year. Simone, one of them. Of course, Joseph Del Grande. We missed the whole Del Grande clan. We mentioned Alex Angus McKecken unable to attend this year. So some big names that blind hockey fans are accustomed to hearing, not necessarily partaking in this year's event, but Rossi, it gives a great platform for new players like Jukka Pulkkinen, who has put on a show here with a goal and an assist to make a name for themselves.
At some point, you're going to run into that, whether it's in a pandemic era or players just, age out, retire out, unable to play for whatever reason, and next man, or as we're seeing this year, next woman up.
That's it. You talk about aging out. We've got the low vision and development division up next, and Ted Moritsugu, who I think we can start calling him the ageless wonder. He's got to be in his mid to late 80s now. He'll be out on the ice in that game. So yeah, regardless of your age or skill level, there's an opportunity for you to play here at the Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. As Kelly Serbu brings the puck, drops it for Emily McLean. She lets a shot fly, but Chula just got his stick in the way of that one.
Yeah, looking forward to that development game we got going at 5 o'clock Eastern today. There's another AMI connection there with one of the longtime contributors, Nelson Rego from Edmonton, who's going to be playing some goal in that, making his first appearance at the tournament. And I've known Nelson now for almost 6 years. He's the founder of Cool Blind Tech on the web, and a longtime contributor to our morning show.
Nelson, of course, gaining headlines earlier as we get a goal on the ice. Great finish that time by Nathan Tree, who buries it in tight after he was set up by Kelly Serbu. And Tree makes it 6-0 for the Ice Dogs.
Pretty dominating here. I mean, there's just no way to sugarcoat this one. The Ice Dogs are just getting the breaks. They're just getting the offensive chances that the Eboo aren't, and the chances that the Eboo have gotten. I mean, let's face it, that puck rolling down the back of Lauren Weber, that's how it's gone for the Eboo in this game.
Yeah, they've come close on a number of occasions, but between some tough puck luck and some phenomenal goaltending from Weber, the Eboo still unable to get one on the board as they trail 6-0. Big shout out to Wade Shepard, who's tuning in from the West Coast. Of course, Wade participating in many tournaments over the years. We miss you here this year, buddy, and hope that you're back on the ice with us soon. As Randy Banks picks up the loose puck inside his own defensive zone and went high up in the sky and then fell down on Banks' shoulder before it was picked up by Mizoraka. As Chaz Mizoraka having a strong game for the Seeing Ice Dogs, and he's a big reason why they lead 6-0. As the puck now picked up through center ice. The Ice Dogs take possession here, led by Mizuraka. He's got Kako with him, tried to make the drop pass. Kako plays it ahead for Mizuraka behind the net. No clean pass yet. So Mizuraka continues to cycle down low with possession. Kako, still nothing doing as that one gets picked up by the Eboo. Out through center ice, Foxcroft receiving the pass from Chula. Got it in deep. Emily McLean tries to clear the zone. Foxcroft holds it in. Chula receives the clean pass. There's the buzzer, so they can shoot anytime now for a good goal. Chula with the move. Oh, what a chance as he went forehand, backhand, and Weber just got the right pad there to make the save. Dustin Butterfield quickly banks it back in as the Eboo trying to mount some pressure here. But the Ice Dogs doing a good job defensively, working around the far boards where Willette chips it ahead. Mizuraka brings it in. At the end of a shift, he'll peel off for a change. Dave Brown making the save. Wouldn't have counted had it gone in. And, well, they tried to get Brown to freeze it, but John T. unable to get it back to the goaltender cleanly. And good heads-up play by Willette to scoop it away. As Willette makes the pass to Haché, shot right on! Big save by Dave Brown, and then he covers it for the face-off.
Brown caught a little bit off guard there. I think he was assuming that puck was leaving the zone, right? I mean, they regained control of it. Felt like his team was taking it out. Suddenly, it's coughed up and a quick pass and shot by the Ice Dogs. He had to cover that one up quick.
Pulkkinen with a quick chance from the face-off. It just went wide, but Jukka Pulkkinen, who is impressed here in his first game, working along the end boards, trying to center it. The puck pops out as a couple of Ice Dog players get there, including Randy Banks, and now the Eboo clear it down the length of the ice. As chasing after it and getting to it first was Brian Cowie. Cowie plays it around the boards, near side where Marty Dufour picks it up. Dufour hammers it back around on that shot attempt. Cowie off the half wall, his shot blocked, scooped up by Haché, and here goes a 2-on-1 for the Ice Dogs. Haché to Pulkkinen, back to Haché, shot, and that one just missed as it got a little bit away from Haché when he took that shot.
Yeah, it didn't miss by much, only about maybe 7 or 8 inches to the right of that right post.
As the Eboo tried to dig the puck off their own back end boards, John T. centered for, oh, what a block by John T. as the centering pass found its way to Haché, and give T credit for a save on that one. As Dufour picks it up now. And he looks a bit gassed with one hand, he sends it down the ice. Tough game today for the Eboo, and they've still got another period left here with 2:30 remaining in the second. Rossi, it looks like they might just be running out of gas a little bit here.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way. I mean, they're spending a lot of time in their own zone, not getting a lot of chances to even transition because they're coughing it up.
Foxcroft, good draw pass for Chula. Tries to work his way into a shooting lane. Big block by Serbu. Loose puck picked up by Foxcroft. Graham Foxcroft centers for Chula. Great stick lift by Mizuraka. And then he gets it to the line and just past Butterfield. Chaz Mizuraka with a heads-up play. He's got Serbu joining the rush. Serbu receives the pass. No clean pass, so no shot yet. Good defensive work by Brandon Joy to tie up Mizuraka, and that puts an end to the chance for the Ice Dogs. Here go the Eboo. Foxcroft, sharp angle. That one goes wide behind the net into the far corner. Chula battling there against his national team teammate Serbu. As Kelly Serbu comes up with possession, and he'll send that one down the ice, where it's corralled by Brandon Joy. 90 seconds remaining in the second period of play. Graham Foxcroft picks up the loose puck at center ice for the Eboo. Makes the pass ahead for Zylak. Stripped away by Willette. He sends that down the ice. Icing indicated. It's waved off as Joy picks it up in the far corner. Puck corralled and chipped ahead as Dufour takes possession now for the Eboo. He's got a man jumping into the rush, tries to drop it back, but it's picked off as we're inside the final minute of play here in the second. Pulkkinen, he's got Haché with him. Pukkanen to Haché, and they scored. Beautiful goal. Tremendous execution. Jukka Pukkanen to Bruno Haché, and it's 7-0 for the Ice Dogs.
Yeah, Pukkanen waiting just the right amount of time there to basically pull everyone off to his side of the ice and then drop that pass for Haché. Really just had to knock it home. Wasn't like this was a tremendous top shelf goal or anything. He just had to tap it in there, but it was a great setup by Pukkanen to get that done.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Rossi. The hard work done leading up in the rush, and then the goal itself, an easy tap in for Haché, but Pukkanen continuing to make an impressive mark here at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. Give him a goal and a couple of assists in this one, as we've got under 30 seconds remaining in the second period of play. And the Seeing Ice Dogs dominating up 7-0 here against the Eboo. We're getting some great comments coming in online. Keep them coming, including one from Jonathan Bradbury watching Dylan cheering on from Bay Roberts, Newfoundland. Final 10 seconds of the period. Out of the corner, Serbu trying to work his way out front. Shot saved by Brown. 3 seconds remaining. Tries to jam it in on the wrap. Nothing doing. And after 2 periods of play, this game is all the Seeing Ice Dogs. They lead it 7-0 over the Eboo. Well, folks, we're going to step away for a short break while the Zamboni comes out and floods the ice. Stay tuned. The third period of play will be coming up next as you're tuned in to an open division game here at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. All right, hockey fans, let's get you set. Third period of play about to get underway in this open division game between the Seeing Ice Dogs and the Eboo, and it's the Ice Dogs up by a touchdown, 7-0. The PAT good as well, but hey, don't write off these Eboo with players the likes of Anthony Chula, Graham Foxcroft, Dustin Butterfield, and others on that squad. They have still got a puncher's chance here despite being down big. And let's go, third period of play underway. Keep the comments coming in on the live chat thread. We'll get to some here. But oh, what a start to the third as Kelly Serbu rips one home. And just 14 seconds in, he makes it 8-0. Come on.
Let's just go home. I hate to be Debbie Downer here for the Eboo, but at 8-0, with still 19 minutes to play here in the third period, it really has been dominance by the Ice Dogs, and they pick up where they left off in that second period.
Great comments coming in through the live chat thread. Let's get to some of those now before the Ice Dogs maybe pop one more in. Blaine Deutscher sending some great commentary along the thread. Blaine, we miss you and hope to have you back here next year. Vince Ryan, buddy, we miss you too. I heard you were going to be here this weekend. I'm sad you're not. I miss you and love you, buddy, and hope you and the family and the little guy are all doing well, and I can't wait to catch up with you guys soon. And one shout out as well to Dougie from the West Coast who's tuning in. We miss you, Doug. But man, the Ice Dogs are not missing their chances as Mizoraka centers for Serbu, and that time the pass just goes off the heel of his stick. Pulkkinen makes the pass to Serbu, back to the point. McLean, her shot got blocked. Nice job that time by Zylik to step in the way of that attempt. As Chula dropping it back, intended for Zylik. He got pinned up along the boards. That's going to be a penalty here to the Ice Dogs as Chaz Mizoraka, the guilty party, body contact the call.
And Zylik, just a few seconds before that, one of the downsides of blind hockey is that metal puck. You get hit where you have no padding, you will feel it. And Zylik was definitely feeling it there, shaking it off going up the ice, and then just gets creamed into the glass. So we got the power play now for the Eboo.
So a tough sequence, but Zylik does earn the power play for his team as Marty Dufour tries to corral the loose puck. Emily McLean doing good work defensively to strip it away from Dufour, and then the Ice Dogs able to bank it down the length of the ice.
Big hello to Blaine Deutscher, by the way, who's a regular in my Facebook timeline and my Twitter feed. I know a big fan of the game, both at the pro level and at the blind hockey level, so hello to Blaine.
Yeah, we miss Blaine. He's one of the more animated people at the event and one of the animated goaltenders, I guess you could say, too, because he's got a unique style, but Blaine does have that ability to make huge saves, and we miss you this year, Blaine, but hope you're going to be back here next year between the pipes again. As TJ Stewart will be one of the two goaltenders in the low vision and development division. TJ coming up from Pittsburgh's blind hockey program, and we'll see him on the ice in the next game. But there's a great kick save by Dave Brown. Speaking of legendary goaltenders, are you kidding me? Paul Rosen, the man, the myth, the legend himself, coming up here to the booth. We'll have to try get Rosie on to say a quick hello here. So we'll do a change on the fly. We'll sub Rossi out and pull Rosie in here. And Paul, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, Nico. How you doing?
Excellent, my man.
I like that switch, Rossi to Rosie.
Easiest coaching decision I've ever had to make.
I'm telling you.
No offense, Rossi. Well, Paul Rosen, you know, you were busy at the Paralympic Games. Tell us a little bit about the broadcasting experience you had with CBC.
It was great, actually, Nico. It was unfortunately the result didn't work out what we wanted. The U.S. beat Canada 5-0 in the gold medal game. They played great. I know that Tyler McGregor, the coach, is going to be here soon, he will be coaching. He was the captain of Canada. But it was a real good tournament. It was tough because at the very beginning, before things started, the Russian team was banished from the game, so Canada only played 4 games. And in a tournament, it's hard enough when you have a short tournament. But then when you play 4, 2 against the U.S., 2 against Korea, and you have 4 days in between games, very difficult.
Anthony Chula gets the Eboo on the board, but it's a tall task still. They trail by 7. Still 20 seconds left on the power play. 15 minutes remaining in the third. We're extremely grateful to have Paul Rosen, legendary sledge hockey goaltender for the Canadian national para team, and of course broadcaster accomplished covering Paralympics, World Championships. Paul has done it all, and Rosie, we're so happy to have you here this weekend. You've witnessed blind hockey before, but how special is it for everyone to come back here after 2 long years of pandemic restrictions for the blind hockey community to be here at Mattamy this weekend?
It's unbelievably special. When Luca and Mark and any of the guys call me, I'm here in a heartbeat. I love it. I think it's 2022, Nico. It's about time we get blind hockey. We get women's hockey at the sled level, at the blind. We have to get them in the Paralympic Games. It's enough already. All we have is the men's on the para ice hockey or sled hockey side. It's about time we get more games involved, more inclusivity. Everybody says we want more. Well, now's the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And of course, we did make history earlier today, I should say herstory, because we held the first ever all-women's blind hockey game to kick off the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. And what a tremendous display that game was. In the end, it was Team Black winning 4-1 over Team Pink, but the final score really didn't matter. It was about the girls getting on the ice and having a game of their own. And Rosie, you can attest that the first step in getting to those Paralympic levels is having grassroots programming. So this was a huge first step for the female game in blind hockey.
Absolutely massive. And you can see now by the countries in para who have fallen off because their grassroots program have fallen off. The Swedens, the Norways, where are they? Norway for the first time ever didn't qualify for Beijing because their grassroots program. That's why the U.S. and Canada are so good, because they've got so many youth coming up, and that's what we need in blind hockey. We need the young girls and young boys, no matter where they are in Canada, whether it's in Swift Current or Newfoundland. It doesn't make a difference where. Events like this get them to realize that their dreams can come true.
Couldn't have said it any better myself, Rosie. And on that note, we get a message from one of my favorite American youngsters, Easton Alexander Kiddo, a.k.a. EAK, who's tuning in today from Texas. And he asks us how many different countries, as that shot from the point squeaks through, and the Ice Dogs make it 9-1. But EAK asks how many different countries are representing in this game that have scored goals. We've got players from Canada, Finland, England, and we may have even had an American put one in. I'll have to go back because we've now got 10 goals in total in this game, so I've lost track a little bit. But Rosie, the international growth of blind hockey has never been more evident. We've got players in this year's tournament from England, from Finland, from the USA. We've got 5 different countries represented here at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. And I think this is just a matter of time until we get a 4 Nations and a World Championship as Eboo finds the back of the net again. That might be 4 goals in this game for them, as it's now 10-1 for the Ice Dogs.
That was a beauty, right off the post and in. Tyler McGregor might be recruiting some of the Canadians here. I'm looking forward to coaching the game. I'm not 100% sure what I am doing. I know I'm coaching one of the teams, and I know McGregor's coaching the other one.
Okay.
And we'll see. I have to find Luca somewhere. He told me to call when I got here, so I'm looking forward to it, Nico.
Well, and we're looking forward to seeing you down there, and we can't thank you enough for popping up here and doing some double duty. Anytime you're near a booth and I'm on the mic, you know I'm going to recruit you, Rosie.
Well, I'm hoping one of these days we get to work together on proper games, like from start to finish, because you know how much I respect you and how much I would love to work with you, an actual full game instead of just 10 minutes here or there.
You and me both, brother. The feeling is mutual. We'll let you go and find out what your duties for the next game are. Rosie, thanks so much for joining us.
No problem. Take care.
That was Paul Rosen, legendary goaltender for the Canadian national para hockey team, and he will be one of the celebrity coaches in the national team showcase and celebrity game coming up a little bit later this evening. But we've still got 10:20 remaining here in the third period of play in this open division game between the Ice Dogs and the Eboo, and right now it's been all the Seeing Ice Dogs leading 10-1, and here goes Pulkkinen back into the zone. Tries to draw the puck back to the point, but it's off the mark, and it'll be corralled by Serbu, who's now back playing defense for the Ice Dogs. That puck right up high on the glass, nearly popped out of play, but just stayed in the rink. So at the conclusion of this game, we'll head over to the Low Vision and Development Division for their first game of the tournament. And then, as I mentioned, we will wrap up the evening with the Canadian National Team Showcase and Celebrity game a little bit later tonight. So great to have Paul Rosen pinching in, and well, we'll make a change on the fly again as Rosie's out, Rossi's back in, and a good save there by Weber with pressure crashing down.
Yeah, the Eboo doing a decent job of pushing back here, breaking the goose egg, which is good. But what you see is so much camaraderie between these two teams. You know, there are times, we talked about it earlier, where it can get a little chippy, it can get a little heated, but in the end, everybody's just here for the love of the game. Everybody wants to win, but everybody really appreciates their fellow competitors here.
It was certainly on display there with Chula and Willette battling in front of the net. Willette ended up crashing down to the ice, and Chula helping to pick him back up, making sure that his his opposition in this game, but former national team teammate, was okay. And even though it's been a tough battle for Anthony Chula and his Eboo teammates, they trail 10-1. They continue to work hard here and play this one out to the final buzzer as it's cleared around the boards, and that'll be a chance for Zylak to get it. He can't get around the check. Nice work by the Ice Dogs to keep it pinned in, and then the Eboo cleared out through center ice where Serbu will take possession. So Kelly Serbu rips it off the boards just out of the reach of Emily McLean. McLean gets it off the stick of Brandon Joy, and now Dufour comes up with it. Marty Dufour picks it up at center ice. He's got a player into the zone with him, and Normand Blais makes the pass. Blais tries to draw it back for Dufour. Dufour lets the shot go, initially blocked. Second chance. He couldn't quite corral it on goal. Dufour, one-hand centering pass in front, but Blais had his stick tied up. And now here go the Ice Dogs on the breakout. Bradbury just lost the handle on it, and that gives Dufour a chance to bring it back in the zone. Dufour getting around the check of Beauregard, but the puck squeaks away, and now it's back with Brandon Joy. He quickly hammers it ahead, 7:25 remaining in the third, delayed offside. Dufour steps back onside and now leaves it for Blais. That shot attempt off the stick of Normand Blais into the far corner. And the Ice Dogs get it to the line and out as Griffith hustles to get it for the Eboo.
Let me set a scene for you here. Lauren Weber's down in the butterfly position toward the right side of his net. The puck is to his right. He has a defender of his to his left, to his right, about a foot in front of him. Their sticks across the front of Lauren Weber. Where are you putting the puck? You're not putting that anywhere. Yeah. That was a true wall. There's no way that the Eboo were going to be scoring on that play, and that's just an example of the type of defensive play you've seen here. It's not only 10-1 because of the offense. It's 10-1 because there's been really good defense played by the Ice Dogs as well.
Yeah, that's a great point, Rossi. When you think about that back line led by Randy Banks, Francois Beauregard, Dylan Bradbury, it's a tough defensive core to break through for the best of teams, and the Eboo have really run into a defensive wall on that blue line for the Ice Dogs. As the puck now picked up by Chaz Mizoraka, he's getting a shift back at D, and he sends that puck in deep. Emily McLean playing most of the game on the blue line as well. Now she's getting some shifts up at forward, but she's had a solid game defensively as well for the Ice Dogs.
So any secrets that you can reveal about the All-Star Challenge, the Celebrity Challenge tonight?
Come on, you think
Who's
I'm
showing
in the
up?
know on this stuff?
I'm just asking. I know I'm not. I know I'm not in the know on it.
I just found out that Paul Rosen and Tyler McGregor are the two coaches. So that's breaking news for me, too. No, honestly, Luca and Matt have done a really good job keeping things secret for this big showcase game. It's going to be exciting to find out some of the celebs and big names that are going to be here tonight. As Emily McLean rips one, she is unstoppable. Emily McLean shoots and scores, and it's 11-1 for the Ice Dogs.
Takes that pass off the backboards and then just very calmly walks out of the right corner there and picks the top right shelf. Number 14 on the board again, now 11-1 with 4:54 left in this final period.
It's a bit of debris behind the net for the Eboo. Off that
Looks like
goal
a glove.
stand, yeah.
Looks like a glove.
Maybe one of those Velcro water bottles there. For
Oh, maybe.
goaltender Dave Brown.
Maybe, yeah.
So they pop the bottle with that last one. McLean popping bottles, and they'll be celebrating soon enough, up by 10 with a little more than 4:20 to go in the third period. We do have two more games on the broadcast docket here tonight. We'll head to the Low Vision and Development Division next for their first game of the tournament. And then we wrap things up with the National Team Showcase and Celebrity Game. So, Rossi, I guess I can take from your question, that means you won't be on the ice yourself or on one of the benches.
I was asked if I wanted to play. I very politely declined. I have not been on skates in several years for all kinds of reasons, and I wasn't about to risk my neck out there tonight. But no, it was very kind to invite me, but unfortunately, just physically, I can't do it anymore. I haven't played a game of hockey. I think, honestly, the last time I was on skates was at a tri-blind hockey event here about 3 years ago.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so it doesn't happen for me anymore. Now it's maybe a little bit of baseball and golf, things where my feet are firmly on terra firma.
Well, hard to argue with that. Yoni Koko with the last chance for the Ice Dogs. There he receives the pass from Mizuraka, but the Finn Koko gets upended, and here go the Eboo led by Chula. It's funny, Rossi, I was thinking, is there any way I can manage the broadcast where I go in net for the game and I'm wirelessly hooked up with a mic to do play-by-play? And then I realized I get winded just putting my equipment on. There's no way I'd be able to do commentary while tending goals. So that idea very quickly I put to rest. But yeah, it should be an exciting showcase game a little bit later tonight. And of course, a great job by Matt Morrow, Luca DeMontis, and the whole Canadian Blind Hockey staff behind the scenes on once again putting on a great tournament. As the Eboo pressing, but there Dufour gets stopped. A good save by Weber.
Chula wanted a penalty there, thought he was interfered with in close there, in tight. But referee not giving him a second thought there, so back to the bench he goes, and just over 2 minutes to go in the third period.
So the result not in doubt as Dufour lets that one fly into the far corner. And it's all Ice Dogs in this game. So after the opening day of the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament, it's the Ice Owls with a win in their first game, backstopped by Joey the Wall Cabral. And in about a minute 45 from now, it'll be the Seeing Ice Dogs pending a, ridiculously miraculously comeback here by the Eboo. They will pick up the win as well. And then those two teams, I'm pretty sure, go head-to-head tomorrow in the first Open Division game. So
yeah, the Dogs versus the Owls.
That's it.
And
then we'll get two hungry teams with the Eboo and the Eclipse. So lots of hockey here to go this weekend, that's for sure. Rossi, I gotta say, it was really phenomenal to see the media support that came out earlier today, the coverage that came out, the different media outlets, major and smaller news outlets all here to help promote the sport and, of course, the historic all-women's game that was hosted earlier today.
It really is. I mean, the attention that, and it speaks to the hard work that Matt and Luca and everybody at Canadian Blind Hockey put in to get to make sure that it's front of mind. You know, not just at this time of year, but year-round. It is a game that is growing in popularity right across the country, and it's nice to see that the media gets on board because they get to spread the word too.
And a big shout out to Laura Mark, the women's ambassador for Canadian Blind Hockey, and boy, was she ever instrumental in helping to put on that summit last night, and then of course the big game today. Final 10 seconds of this one. Dave Brown making a couple of good saves under pressure here, but the Seeing Ice Dogs are going to see this one through to the buzzer. Pukinen gets stopped in tight, but that'll do it. Foxcroft carries it out. The final buzzer sounds, and the Ice Dogs take this game by a score of 11-1.
I got to say, you know, no quit in the Eboo. And that's important because there is still plenty of games to be played here, lots of hockey to be played, and what you want to see from them is that they're not a defeated team. They might have lost on the scoreboard here, but they see the benefit of continuing to push on as a team and build as a team. And when you're assembling these players and putting these teams together, they're all-star teams. They need a little bit of time to gel, some teams more than others, and nice to see that there's no quit in them, that they stuck with it. They may have lost by a 10 spot here, but I think it means bigger things for them tomorrow.
I think you're right, and you know what? They're not keeping their heads down. A nice bit of camaraderie there by the team, the Eboo, to surround their goaltender, have a bit of a team cheer, and they'll try rebound in the open division tomorrow. Folks, we're going to say goodbye for now. Stay tuned. The low vision and development division is up next, but that wraps up the action here from day one of the open division at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey.